In the hills of Sardinia, it's not uncommon to see women in their 70s with thick silver hair cascading down their backs. No wigs, no extensions, just hair. Strong, vibrant, rooted. Meanwhile, in the US, more than half of women over 40 say they've lost at least a third of their hair. Thinning edges, bald spots. That moment you look in the mirror and think, where did it all go? The problem isn't vanity. It's the panic of watching a part of your identity disappear. But what if the answer isn't in another supplement or serum, but in a forgotten way of living? A rhythm, a ritual, a message whispered from the women of Sardinia to every woman facing menopause across the ocean. In Sardinia, lunch isn't eaten in the car. It's prepared slowly, shared with family, followed by rest. The women don't count calories. They count moments, long walks, long talks, afternoon sun on their skin. Their food? Grown nearby. Rich in olive oil, wild herbs, full-fat cheeses, and slow-cooked legumes. Now, compare that to the average day of an American woman over 40. Coffee is breakfast, emails before sunrise, maybe a protein bar, maybe not. A quick workout, then stress, work deadlines, caregiving, bills, scrolling, commuting. Hair care? Usually reactive. Another bottle, another promise. But no one ever asks what's really going on inside the body. No one tells you that your hormones, your stress, and your diet are all silently rewriting the story of your hair. In Sardinia, the story is different, and the hair tells the tale. Here's something almost no one talks about. Hair thinning during menopause isn't just about hormones. One hidden culprit? Cortisol, your main stress hormone. When your body stays in fight or flight mode, whether from skipping meals, pushing through fatigue, or constant multitasking, cortisol rises. And when cortisol stays high, it triggers inflammation, weakens your thyroid, disrupts estrogen balance, and silently shuts down the hair growth cycle. It's not sudden, it's slow. First, a little more hair in the drain. Then your part looks wider. Then you stop wearing it down, and you blame yourself. You try shampoos, scalp oils, maybe collagen, but no one tells you, hey, this might not be about your hair at all. This might be about how your nervous system is coping with modern life. Sardinian women don't chase youth. They protect rhythm. Their cortisol levels stay lower, not because they try harder, but because they live slower. And that might be the one missing piece in your own story. It's not that your hair failed you. It's that the world asked you to carry too much for too long. You've heard it before. Take biotin. Use castor oil. Wash your hair less. But here's the twist. The women of Sardinia don't rely on products. They rely on something much older, rituals, like the daily drizzle of golden olive oil, rich in anti-inflammatory fats, or sitting down for meals, not just to eat, but to rest, to digest, or braiding each other's hair, not as grooming, but as care. These aren't treatments. They're timeouts for the nervous system. And when the nervous system softens, hormones respond. Inflammation cools, and hair, it stays put. Not because of a miracle serum, but because life itself becomes the medicine. Sardinia is one of the world's 5 blue zones, places where people live longer, healthier lives. But their beauty secrets? They're not sold in bottles. Fact 1. A 2021 study found that diets rich in monounsaturated fats, like those in Sardinian olive oil, support hormonal balance and reduce the inflammation linked to hair loss in menopausal women. Fact 2. Sardinian women eat phytoestrogen-rich legumes like fava beans and lentils, which gently support estrogen levels during menopause without hormone therapy. Fact 3. And perhaps most important, they rest daily. Naps aren't lazy. They're restorative rituals that help regulate cortisol and promote better thyroid function, both of which are directly tied to hair strength and growth. This isn't just science. It's lifestyle medicine. Not perfect, not prescriptive, but consistent, and rooted in something we've almost forgotten in the US: grace, slowness, care. Imagine this: a warm afternoon in a Sardinian village. The stone courtyard is dappled with sunlight, shaded by blooming bougainvillea. 3 generations of women sit together: mother, daughter, granddaughter. One brushes the other's hair slowly, tenderly. No rush, no noise, just the soft sound of the brush and the hum of conversation in the local dialect. They don't talk about split ends. They talk about their gardens, their sons, their mothers, who taught them this same ritual. It's not about hair care. It's about presence. Their hair isn't perfect. It's silvered, sun-kissed, coarser with age, but it's loved. Later, they'll sit down to eat. Fresh bread, local cheese, olive oil, wild greens. Not rushed, not distracted. And after that, a nap, a walk, a laugh. This is the rhythm. And this rhythm, more than any product, might be the real reason their hair still grows strong. No secret formula, just a lifestyle that whispers, you are allowed to rest. You are allowed to be cared for. You are still beautiful. Let's talk biology, but keep it simple. Every strand of hair grows in a cycle, and that cycle is guided by your hormones. Estrogen lengthens the growth phase. Progesterone calms the scalp. Thyroid hormones keep follicles alive and well-fed. But during menopause, those hormones shift, sometimes dramatically. And when you add in stress, skipped meals, constant cortisol, that cycle begins to shut down. Hair thins, sheds, refuses to regrow. The good news? It's not final, because studies show when cortisol drops, when healthy fats return, when blood sugar steadies, the hair cycle often restarts. In Sardinia, that happens naturally, through foods that nourish hormones, through naps that lower cortisol, through lives that include space for stillness. This isn't magic. It's not even medicine. It's nervous system repair. It's metabolic care. And it's emotional too. Because hair loss isn't just about biology. It's about grief, aging, change. And maybe the women of Sardinia aren't just keeping their hair. Maybe they're holding on to something much deeper, a relationship with their body that's rooted in respect, not restriction. Let's look at a few quiet habits, the ones you might not even realize are working against your hair. Crisis 1, skipping breakfast. You think you're being good, just coffee until noon. But to your hormones, it's a stress signal. Cortisol spikes, blood sugar crashes, and your hair follicles, they panic. In Sardinia, women eat in the morning. Nothing fancy, just food, real food. And their hair says thank you. Crisis 2, the low-fat lie. You cut out oils, thinking it'll help your waistline, but your body needs fats to produce estrogen and nourish your scalp. Olive oil, eggs, cheeses, these aren't indulgences, they're essentials, and they're in every Sardinian kitchen. Crisis 3, overwashing and overworking. You wash your hair every day, you hit the gym hard, but your scalp is stripped. Your adrenals are exhausted. Sardinian women, they walk, they rest, they laugh, and their hair thrives. These might seem small, but stacked together, they shift the whole terrain of your body. And that's where hope lives. Not in perfection, but in a gentler path. One where your body is no longer the enemy, and your hair is no longer a mystery. Just a mirror of balance, nourishment, and coming home to yourself. So where do you begin? You're not moving to Sardinia, and you don't need to, but you can borrow their wisdom. Step 1, eat real fat. Drizzle olive oil on your meals. Add avocado. Stop fearing eggs. These support your hormones and your hair. Step 2, rest. Not just sleep. Rest. A 10-minute pause. A walk without your phone. A slower lunch. These moments lower cortisol. And when cortisol lowers, your body finally says, it's safe to grow again. Hair, energy, peace. You don't need to do it all. You just need to do one thing differently today. Because maybe your hair isn't gone. Maybe it's just been waiting for a softer world. Have you noticed more hair loss since menopause? What did your hair mean to you in your 30s? And what does it mean now? What part of the Sardinian lifestyle felt like something you need? You're not alone in this. Hair loss during menopause isn't just physical, it's emotional. Let's talk about it. Share your story below, or tag someone who needs to hear this. And remember, your beauty is not behind you. It's unfolding. Still,